welcome again to another class, math class, Miss Delore. Welcome to my video channel. So hopefully you are subscribing on this great resource for you to study at home and free worksheets also. So hopefully don't forget to subscribe in this channel. So we're going to study all about inequality. So we're going to have this note taking. I hope you have this copy in front of you, and if you don't have one, it's below the description of this video. It's free to download and print. So we're going now, and you should have a ready pencil. We're going to write down here on this paper. So inequality means that two values are not, okay, are not equal. So A is not equal to B. Okay. So on this kind of equation, we're not going to use the equal sign, but four different symbols. So the first symbol will be less than. Oops. So less than. So you have this. And how to circle that is an open circle to the left. Okay. Next is greater than. So you have the greater than. So you have this way, and you're going to the right. The next symbol will be less than or equal to. Less than or equal to. So you have this, and you have line at the bottom of the symbol. So whenever you have line at the bottom of of the symbol, it's gonna be a closed circle going to the left. Okay. Next is greater than. So greater than or equal to. I forgot the 2 here. Equal to. It's gonna be to the open and to the, and you have a line at the bottom and a closed circle to the right. So as you can see, these are both open and both of these are closed circle. Okay. So I give my students some trick. So whenever we have the word less than, you just like make a symbol like that. So it gives you some kind of trick, right? So these are the direction where you need to go to. See? Right? So really a good trick to remember. So as you can see, you just like put an arrow on the top of the arrowhead, and it tells you what direction it will go. So graphing wouldn't be a problem. Okay? So that's how I, teach my kids some trick. So it's like this way. So the same as the how you graph this symbol, because this is this top of the symbol is the arrowhead of the graph. You see that? So I hope you will remember that, but those are just a trick that I'm always sharing to my students so that they will not forget the right way how to graph these kind of inequality symbols and concept. Okay, so those are the great tricks. Hope you remember. All right, so we're now going to solve one-step inequality, and I hope before you solve this, you're so good, or at least you know how to solve one-step equation, okay? Because you're now applying how to graph and what are the values, okay? So solving one-step inequality will be like this. So 8x is greater than 48. So you will have divide both by 8, right? I cancel the 8, I have the x. So the value of x now is 48 divided by 8 is 6. So what are the values of x? The value of x will be x, any number that is greater than 6. So you have 7, you have 8, 9, 10, and so on, right? So here, you start with, you have 0 here, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So you start from 6 because that's where the x, and going to the right. Okay, as you can see, this is not closed circle because on the values here there's no 6 included. Okay, and you will see it there in the next example. Okay, next we have 8x is greater than or equal to 48. So let's not do that. So you have now here, divide both by 8 and 8, right? So cancel this. I have x is greater than or equal to 6. So what are the values of 6? The values of 6 are, the value of x are, let's repeat my question. What are the values of x? The value of x are 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on, right? So on my graph, I have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, because the value of x is including 6, so I'm going to shade it here. That's the reason why it is shaded now. And more than that, including 6, x is equal to, is greater than or equal to 6, so 6 and up. On the previous example, x is greater than 6. So I will not include 6. That's why it is an open circle. Okay? But after 6, I will include 7, 8, 9, 10. So I hope you're getting why it's open and why it is closed circle. Okay? So let's now have here fraction. So 1/2 x is less than negative 25. So for this kind of fraction or equation, you're going to just multiply both by 2, right? 2, and you have 2 here. So I cancel the 2. I have the value of x less than negative 50. Okay? So therefore, what's the value of x? The value of x are, so x is less than negative 50. So what are the values that has less than negative 50? So I will say it's negative 51, right? Less than negative 52, negative 53, and so on. So if I have here 0, right? I'll start with negative 50. Oops. 50, 51, 52, and so on, right? 52. My handwriting is bad. So 51, 52, negative, and so on. So 50, right? So what will I do is to start a 0 on 50, but it's not included on my list because x is not equal to 50, but it's gonna be less than 50. Okay, I hope it's making clear to you. Okay, so my 50 doesn't look good, so I'm gonna change that. Still not good. Anyway, okay, so let's now move on to question number 4. So now it's 1/2 x is less than or equal to negative 25. So the skill will be the same. So you multiply both by 2, cancel this. I have x is less than or equal to negative 50. So what are the values of x? The value of x are, including negative 50 because of the word equal to, and less than, so negative 51, negative 52, negative 53, and so on and so forth. So here I have now 0, negative 50, negative 51, negative 52, and so on, right? So what you're now going to do, am I going to have closed circle or open circle? What do you think? Awesome. It should be now an closed circle because negative 50 is included in the values of x because of the word equal to. Okay? So that's how you're going to graph the inequality for this equation. So I hope I'm making sense. If you still confused, give me an email and I can help you on your question. Okay. So next we have now here 9 plus x is greater than 20. So you're going to solve for the value of x by subtracting both by negative 9. So I cancel this. I have x is greater than 20 minus 9 is 11. Okay. So what are the values of x? The values of x are numbers that are greater than 11, which are 12, 13, 14, 15, and more, right? So I have now here 0, I have here 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on the top of 11, but since 11 is not part of the values, it's open circle and everything will be just to the right. Okay? Because those numbers to the right of 11 are the one greater values than 11. Okay? So here, we're going to solve this one. So we're gonna get the values of x by subtracting both by 9. Okay, so 9 plus x is greater than or equal to 20. So I cancel this. I have x is greater than or equal to 11. So what are the values of x? Since there is an equal to, we'll start with 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, and so on. Okay, so if I have here the values of x, 0, I have 11, I have 12, I have 13, I have 14, and so on. Okay, so I will now have, since 11 is included on my values of x, I'm going to have a closed circle to the right. I hope you're seeing the difference or small difference, why it's open, why it's closed circle, because I'm writing down the values of x. Okay? Okay, let's now do numbers 7 and 8. Okay? So x minus 20 is less than 15. So I'm going to solve for the value of x by adding 20 on both sides. Right, 20. So cancel, I have x. So x is less than 35. So what are the numbers that are less than 35? What are the values of x? So the values of x will be what? 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, and so on. Okay? So if I will have the value of x, so I have here 0 here. I'll start with 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. It's so hard to write smaller because my pen is not as pointed as I want to be. So 34, 35, 5, 36. Okay. So from here, so x is less than 35, so it's an open circle because On my values of x, 35 is not included, so it's open circle to my left. Okay. Next, we have the last question. X minus 20 is less than or equal to 15. So let's solve for the value of x. So plus 20, right? Cancel these. We have x is less than or equal to 35. So what are the values of x? The values of x are 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, and 30. So from here, understanding, I will have to include the 35. So is that open or closed? Correct. It is closed circle. So let's now label our graph or number line. So 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 34, 35, 35. Takes, I need a better, oops. Okay, so let's write down here nicely and neat. Is 34 and 35. Okay, so since 35 is included on my list of value of x, I'm going to make a closed circle to the left. Okay, so this is a nice, hopefully I am not giving a confusion on you, but giving you a clear understanding how to solve this kind of equation. So thank you for listening with me or learning with me. I will work with more concepts in math and practice. So hopefully you will join. All right. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.